Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party unlicensed outfit set unboxing and review video. That's right, Daftoys are back at it once again with the Dark Knight line. This is another outfit set by the company, and this happens to be the bank robber Joker from the Dark Knight. I personally have never owned any of the Hot Toys releases. I know they've done two, and unfortunately I started collecting just a little bit too late. I wasn't able to go ahead and actually pick them up, so this Daftoys set for me will be my personal intro to the bank robber look for Joker. This is more of a deluxe set. Usually we don't get head sculpts, and this time they've actually gone ahead and included two. Now just before we begin, I do want to let you know this is third party and it is unlicensed. Some pieces may even be recast from the Hot Toys releases, so you'll have to decide within yourself if you can bring yourself to go ahead and purchase this, but that's a deeply personal decision. Now as I said, it is unlicensed. That means the company that made this, Daftoys, doesn't actually hold the intellectual property rights to print any of this or in fact produce this whatsoever. So if you are purchasing this, do so knowing full well it is unlicensed. I put the link in the description below to where I personally purchased mine, toyswonderland.com. This is a product that I've purchased with my own money. It's not a promotional video. Now, of course, you can see the mask from the bank robber Joker right up there front and center, and on the back, a piece of box artwork depicting the Joker himself. Now, this set will not include a body. You have to go ahead and pick up your own. This is the one that I like to use for my custom figures. It's cheap and nasty. It's the BD001. If there's no flesh actually exposed on the figure, this is the one I go with. It gets the job done, no fuss, no muss. It does have double jointed elbows and knees, which works really nicely for me personally. Now, of course, let's get this open. I've been really curious as to how Daftoys are going to do their Joker head sculpts, because, of course, usually these outfit sets don't actually come with head sculpts. Now, you can see it's nicely packaged inside a foam prison. The outfit is on top, bunch of hands, and some weapons. We'll take those out in just a second, but in the bottom layer, you can see the various bits and pieces. What I am going to do now is get all of this stuff inside the box laid out here in the light box and take a closer look at everything that comes in this set. And here we have everything that comes in the Daftoys bank robber set, and as you can see, it's pretty much a deluxe release. It comes with almost everything the Hot Toys one did, which is a nice bonus. Often when we get these outfit sets that are trying to replicate an older figure, we miss out on a few bits and pieces here and there. In this instance, we're missing a display base. It's a bit of a shame. I do think Daftoys have that one missing key ingredient to make this a perfect set. A nice, classy diorama, regular, rectangular, new style Hot Toys display base with the bank floor, just some tiles printed on the top, and the Joker on the front. Very straightforward, but alas, they didn't do it, which is a bit of a shame because their previous Lee Bermejo Joker did come with a very nice classy display base. This guy is missing that. Now let's take a look at the outfit set itself. You can see it is comprised of multiple layers. You do have an outer jacket, which is done in a very nice and classy material, and the cool thing here is there is the flap on the back so you can store the grenade, a very nice touch that honestly they could have omitted, and I'm sure people would have just allowed it because it is a third-party set. Now he does come with the inner shirt, of course, that has the press stud buttons. Thank goodness this is not a real button situation. I always hate real buttons in 1/6 scale. This, in my opinion, is far and away the best way to do it. Either press studs or Velcro, please, for 1/6 scale. The pants themselves are pretty straightforward. They're just 1/6 scale pants made out of the same very soft sort of linen-like material, just like the jacket. Now he does come with some teeny tiny 1/6 scale socks. Super nice of Daftoys to include them. Often third-party companies just omit socks altogether, but not Daftoys. They always pay that little extra attention to detail. Now let's talk about the shoes. These are accurate to the movie. I'm pretty sure that they are recasts of Hot Toys shoes, so it's going to be up to you whether or not you go ahead and pick up this set based on that little piece of information I just gave you, but at the very least, they are accurate and they are painted very nicely to what we saw with the original Hot Toys figure. Now you can see he does come with a metric ton of accessories, a whole hell of a lot here, but we're going to start off by taking a look at the head sculpt. Honestly, it's not as bad as I was fearing. It's pretty nicely painted. The sculpt is relatively strong. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if this was recast, so you'll have to decide what you think about that. Let me know in the comments below. But the sculpt is fairly sharp, the paintwork is pretty nice. It's not amazing by any means. It's not Hot Toys 2020 quality, but Hot Toys 2010 era, maybe, and it's not too terribly bad at all. The paint in the hair has a nice sort of gradation to it. It's not just a one single flat color, and you can see a nice glossiness to the eyes themselves pointing off in one direction there. Now you can see the secondary head sculpt does come already wearing the mask. The hair is nicely cinched on the back there. It's not just a straight up copy of that one with a mask affixed to the front. They have actually copied the correct head sculpt. The mask is done very nicely. There's a nice weathering pass over the top there, scratches on the top as well, and it's slightly glossy. I really like the way this looks. Now do bear in mind, there is no neck connection piece, so make sure whichever body you are buying does actually come with the appropriate connector. He does of course come with one mask he can appropriately hold, just like we saw in the movie. Now let's take a look at the accessory, starting off with the bag. It is a nice baby blue color. It's a little bit weathered just down the seams. It's very subtle, but it's nice enough to get the job done. You can of course open the bag up. It is padded in the bottom to give it a little bit of structure, but mostly on the inside it is hollow, and that's for one very specific reason. You take this piece and you might be thinking, Justin, what on earth is that? Well, you take the various grenades and install them into this rack. It's rather challenging to do, as you can see, because that top piece literally just fell out, but trust me, all you have to do is slot them in, and then you can have the look from the movie where you open up the bag and you can see the various grenades all stored inside. You do get other grenades such as these ones, and of course these ones. I'm no grenade aficionado. I don't claim to be, so you'll have to let me know down in the comments below the differences between these more round type of grenades and these more sort of weirdly shaped ones, the oval shaped ones we'll call them. So you do get a bunch of those to install on your rack. You do also get this grenade, which you can install on the back of your Joker, that does have a very nice purple string attached, so you can recreate that scene from the movie. You do get a couple of guns, or I should say 3 guns, one of course being a pump action shotgun. It is sculpted and painted pretty nicely. It's fairly basic. No dry brushing whatsoever over the black parts, which is a bit of a shame, but nevertheless, it gets the job done. This one, however, does look slightly better. You can fold out the stock and you can remove the magazine. They are actually installed in there really tight, but you can see the bullet detail is ever present. You can of course pull back the lever, which does show a nice working action up the top there. It's pretty nicely done, it's well painted. Unfortunately, again, not much in the way of dry brushing, a little bit towards the back, but not nearly as realistic as I think Daftoys could make it. The final weapon he does come with is his Glock style handgun. You do have a working action at the top and a removable magazine. Once again, pretty standard fare for 1/6 scale weapons. The final weapon that he does come with is his little switchblade, which yes, can actually be pulled out. That's a really nice touch for something as teeny tiny as a 1/6 scale knife. The only other stuff that he does come with are of course the array of hands. They are pretty much exactly the same as the other Daftoys Joker sets. Yes, that is including the Lee Bermejo set. They are identical. Same sculpts, same little expressions. They are just painted in a straight up black, slightly glossy to mimic the appearance of a leather glove look, but fairly basic. What we are going to do now is bring out the BD001 and put the outfit set together. When that's all said and done, we're going to take a closer look at the figure himself. And here we have the Daftoys set, fully assembled and installed on the body, with him standing straight up and down the lightbox. No crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy with my choice of body. I think it works really nicely for Bank Robber Joker here. So too does the outfit. I like the quality of the material, I like the way it lays on the body, and I like how it all comes together. Now unfortunately, I did have to glue the neck connector to the hole on the underside of the neck for the head sculpt, so I can only show this particular head sculpt connected to the body. I'll see if I can fudge the other one, just so you can see what it looks like on display, but fingers crossed the third-party body that you decide to go with will have the appropriate neck connector for this set, because unfortunately mine mine didn't, but nevertheless, I think it still looks really, really good, and if this guy's going on display, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be displaying him with this head sculpt over the other one. What we are going to do now, though, is take him off the rotating turntable, punch in, and take a closer look at the details. And here we have him up close and personal. Now, of course, this look, the overall structure of the body in the outfit, will of course drastically vary depending on your choice of body for this set. Same thing with articulation, and you'll probably hear me say that again in just a second, because it's all down to your personal preference in how you lay it out. But honestly, I think that this works really nicely. This body is slim enough for it to fit the outfit, while not making it look like it's too small, so I'm really happy with my choice here. The head sculpt, in my opinion, works very, very nicely. The paint apps, I think, are on par with what we saw previously from Hot Toys with their Bank Robber 2.0 figure. It looks pretty good, not 100% flawless, but in terms of this outfit set, if you saw this on the shelf, tell me you wouldn't think that's Bank Robber Joker, because that's exactly who it's supposed to be. The shirt and the jacket do fit very nicely on the body, so too do the gloves. Very basic, literally just the exact same gloves they've used with their Lee Bermejo Joker, with their DX11 copy. Now they've done it for the Daftoys Bank Robber set as well. It makes perfect sense. You have the mold, you may as well use it. The pants as well, they do work quite nicely. There's actually a press stud for this top part here, so it keeps it in place. Some third-party companies wouldn't do that, and that piece would be flapping around all over the place, but not Daftoys. They've done their research and got it to sit just right. Now moving down to the shoes, these were a bit of a pain to get onto the body. If you have purchased the exact same body that I have, take the wrist pegs and the actual foot pegs off of the body first, then heat up the feet and the hands, push the pegs in. What I mean by heat up is either in boiling water, just dunk them in a cup of boiling water, or get a hairdryer and just hairdry them, I don't know, maybe for 30 seconds until they're a little bit soft and squishy, then insert the pegs in the feet and the hands. That way they're going to be in there without you sort of futzing with the body and ruining the outfit. Trust me, it's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier and the process just go a lot smoother. And when you're done, you're going to be left with something like this, and honestly, in my opinion, I'm really liking the way this looks. Now for a quick side-by-side comparison, here we have the Daftoys Joker on the left and the BVS Batman on the right. I know, some people have told me I've got the wrong Batman here. Yes, I'm very well aware it's supposed to be the Christian Bale Batman. Well, I don't have one in 1/6 scale. I've got 3 in quarter scale, but none in 1/6 scale. It's unfortunate, but you get the rough idea. You can see that he's relatively short compared to the big, beefy Ben Affleck Batman, which makes sense. He's enormous, he's really tall. The Christian Bale Batman will be significantly shorter, therefore probably roughly the same height as your Bank Robber Joker. Again, that will depend greatly on your choice of body, so if you go for a really tall body, number one, it probably won't fit the outfit, but also, it'll make Joker look way too tall. Trust me, the BD001 body is cheap and nasty, but it does the trick for this particular set. Just going over articulation on Bank Robber Joker. Now, of course, this will vary greatly depending on which choice of body you do actually make. I've gone with the BD001, so this is going to be an articulation overview for that particular body. Now, starting off with the head sculpt itself, it is on a single ball joint at the base of the head there, so as you can see, fairly decent but somewhat limited range of motion. The arms themselves go out to about there, go forward pretty much the full way around. You will have to futz with the outfit to get it to move the way you'd like. You do have a butterfly joint at the shoulder there. You do of course have a swivel at the upper bicep, double bend there at the elbow, and a regular 1/6 scale joint for the wrist itself. Now the torso does have a regular 1/6 scale style joint, both up here and also at the waist. So you do get swivel, pivot, and tilt forward and back. The legs themselves go forward to about there, they go out to about there, swivel at the upper thigh, double bend at the knee, and of course a regular 1/6 scale style ball joint for the foot itself. Just wrapping up on the Daftoys Bank Robber Joker set. Now I have to say, I've really liked the previous Daftoys releases. It's been no secret, I've been picking up pretty much most of them, starting with their original Bane. They even made the second version, the stock exchange version of Bane, that we never even got from Hot Toys. Now they're here to tackle the Bank Robber Joker, and I'm pleased to report It's really good. I love the outfit, I love the head sculpts. They're by no means Hot Toys 2020 quality, but neither was the original Hot Toys figures. They were made back in the day, and in my opinion, this figure is a really good stand-in if you, like me, missed out on the original. He comes with pretty much all of the same accessories, which are done, again, to a really high standard. It's just that one thing, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm about to say, the display base. He doesn't come with one, I don't know why. The original even came with a nice backdrop piece. This guy omits that as well. I would have been perfectly fine with that if only that included a simple, basic display base, because in my opinion, having this guy on the shelf with the rest of your Hot Toys Dark Knight figures, it just kind of stands out that he's missing that display base. But other than that, I'm really happy with the way he looks. Head sculpts are very nice. They're well painted, they're well detailed, and well sculpted. Are they recast from Hot Toys ones? Well, you'll have to be the judge of that and let me know what you think down in the comments below. But other than that, I'm pretty satisfied, for now at least, with this guy being my personal version of Bank Robber Joker on the shelf. Let me know what you think of this set down in the comments below. If you are looking to pick up this set, I purchased mine from toyswonderland.com. Bear in mind though, it is third party and it is unlicensed. That means the company that made this guy, Daftoys, doesn't hold the intellectual property rights to actually make him. So if you are picking him up, bear that in mind. Also, if you are down in the description, why not check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.